Have you ever walked into a room and noticed that one person who doesn't even try, yet all eyes turn toward them? It's not just beauty. It's not just money. It's not even fame. It's something deeper, something that whispers, this person is rare. This person is valuable. Carl Jung, one of the greatest psychologists of all time, understood why. He believed that the way we present ourselves, the way we live our lives, and the way we embrace our true selves creates an aura of power that others can't ignore. Today, we'll uncover 9 keys to make them see you as a luxury, using Carl Jung's timeless wisdom. But be warned, this isn't about shallow tricks. This is about building a presence so deep, so authentic, and so rare that people can't help but treasure you. Stay with me until the end, because the 9th key is Jung's ultimate teaching, the one that will make you unforgettable. Define your persona, but don't get lost in it, Carl. Jung introduced the idea of the persona, the social mask we wear in public. Your persona is the version of you that the world sees. How you dress, how you speak, how you enter a room. Think of it like luxury brands. Every luxury brand carefully designs its image. The packaging, the logo, the experience. It's intentional. You too must define your persona. Present yourself with elegance. Speak with clarity. Move with confidence. But Jung also warned, the danger is believing the mask is the real you. If you lose yourself in the mask, you become hollow. Luxury is not about being fake. It's about being authentic, wrapped in refinement. When your outer mask reflects your inner truth, people see alignment. And alignment feels like power. Embrace your shadow. Luxury isn't about perfection. It's about depth. Jung believed in the shadow self, the dark, hidden parts of our personality we often reject. But here's the secret. People admire wholeness, not flawlessness. When you face your fears, acknowledge your flaws, and transform your insecurities, you become grounded. Think of the diamond. It is born under pressure, through imperfections, through fire. That's what makes it precious. The same is true for you. When people sense you've faced your shadow, you radiate strength. You feel unshakable. That's what makes you magnetic. Speak less, mean more. Luxury is never loud. It whispers. Jung understood the power of symbols and words. He knew that what is rare has value. When you speak less, but your words carry weight, people listen. Instead of filling silence with noise, allow your pauses to have meaning. Think of luxury restaurants. They don't serve mountains of food. They serve smaller portions, but every bite is unforgettable. Do the same with your words. Speak with clarity. Speak with intention. Make every word feel like a signature. Be unreachable, but not unkind. Scarcity creates value. Not everyone should have unlimited access to you. If you are always available, always easy to reach, people begin to take you for granted. But here's the balance. Being rare doesn't mean being cold. Luxury is approachable but limited. Be kind, be gracious, but set boundaries. Let people feel that your time, your energy, your attention are treasures. Just like luxury items, not everyone can own them, but everyone admires them. Embody archetypes consciously. One of Jung's greatest contributions was his study of archetypes. Universal characters that live inside us, all, the hero, the sage, the lover, the creator. When you embody these archetypes with awareness, you elevate your presence. When you show courage, you radiate the hero. When you share wisdom, you embody the sage. When you love with openness, you become the lover. When you create passionately, you are the artist. Luxury is not about objects. It's about identity. People don't just see you as a person. They see you as a story, an archetype, a symbol, and stories are unforgettable. Cultivate inner silence. In a world that's loud, chaotic, and desperate for attention, silence is power. Luxury is calm. Luxury is steady. Luxury doesn't beg for approval. It commands respect. Jung valued practices like dream work, reflection, and solitude. He knew that silence builds presence. When you are unshaken, when you listen more than you speak, when you radiate calm in chaos, people crave your energy. You become like a sanctuary in a storm. And people always remember the place where they felt peace. Live symbolically, not superficially. For Jung, life was never random. It was symbolic. Luxury is not about shiny surfaces. It's about meaning. When you treat your life symbolically, Even the smallest actions carry weight. Drinking tea can be an art. Entering a room can be a performance. Writing a note can feel like poetry. Luxury isn't about excess. It's about refinement. It's about turning ordinary actions into extraordinary experiences. When you live symbolically, people feel your depth. They feel that being around you is not shallow. It is significant. Transform pain into power, Jung said. No tree can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. This is one of the deepest truths of luxury. Luxury is resilience. People don't admire those who've never struggled. They admire those who have suffered and risen stronger. Think of gold. It shines brighter after it is refined by fire. Your struggles, your scars, your shadows, these are not weaknesses. They are proof of survival. When you transform pain into power, you become a symbol of hope. People respect you because you've walked through the fire and still stand tall. Individuation, become whole. And now, the final and most important key, individuation. This was Jung's ultimate teaching. Individuation means becoming fully yourself. Not who society wants you to be, not who your parents expect you to be, not who trends tell you to be. The greatest luxury in this world is authenticity. When you live unapologetically, when you embody your wholeness, when you refuse to shrink or imitate, people see you as rare. Not everyone will understand you. That's fine. Luxury is not for everyone, but the right people will treasure you, because they will see in you what is missing in the world. Courage, depth and truth. Conclusion, emotional climax. So remember, luxury is not a car. It is not a bag. It is not a logo. Luxury is a soul that cannot be bought, copied, or broken. When you define your persona without losing your soul, when you embrace your shadow and turn it into strength, when you speak less but mean more, when you are kind but unreachable, when you embody archetypes consciously, when you cultivate inner silence, when you live symbolically, when you transform pain into power, and when you become your whole, authentic self, you will not just be seen, you will be remembered. You are not here to blend in. You are here to remind the world what true value looks like, and that is the rarest luxury of all. Call to action: if this message inspired you, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone who needs to hear Jung's wisdom today. Subscribe to Jung Inspire Hub for more timeless lessons on psychology, motivation, and self-worth, because the world doesn't need more noise. The world needs more people who dare to be rare, and the rarest treasure is you.